what I'd like to do in this as part of the introduction and also to pave the way for the topic on social business, social conscious business, as well as purpose-driven business, is to find out more about the why behind some of the people that are on our panel today, on why they do what they do. Why were you driven to start what you are doing, and how has it evolved to whatever you are doing right now? Can we hear from Thomas Ng of Junas Tim?
The last 15 years actually as an expatriate, being posted around the world, and of course as an expatriate you do lead quite a decadent lifestyle, you know. And so I actually quit to take a break, but I was forced to stay in the Philippines at that time. I was an expat there, and because I was stuck there for 1 year, and I accepted to sit on the board of trustees for the computer school for the blind. And for the first time in my life, this was probably in 2004, 2005, I actually witnessed how a blind person can use the computer, and it was totally amazing. In fact, I challenged him to look for something on the internet, and I lost. So it was faster than me, you know. So then I thought I would go and try to put these people into employment, because this organization had trained 500 blind people to use a computer, but hardly 1 or 2 of them were employed. So I tried for 2.5 years and I couldn't make it. Because
I mean, sometimes when we don't give people a chance, right? They have a chance to show, like, you know, you can do work despite whatever your people say you cannot do. Like, you cannot see, you have no sight, but doesn't mean that you cannot do what other people can do as well, right? It's how about you, Christine? What about your story, and how do you get to where you are doing right now?
From this unusual journey has been that true leadership is about empowering and advancing others. It's not about yielding power or being in charge. It's really about lifting others up and helping them progress. And when I've had to lead through influence, as most of my teammates and participants come on as volunteers. And because of this, I've had to find ways to drive them to join my missions and to challenge themselves to support other women in need. And as a result, through this experience, I found my own brand of leadership. And I've learned that there are only 2 ways to influence human behavior. You can manipulate it, or you can inspire it. And I've also come to realize that good leaders inspire their team, their tribe, their pack, whatever you want to call it, to be part of something bigger than themselves and something more meaningful and ultimately more fulfilling. Put simply, leadership helps people grow closer to who they are meant to be. And our ability as leaders is not measured by how much we have achieved in life, but by how well we advance the lives of others along the way. And perhaps the most important lesson or key message I would like people to take out of our conversation today is that human empathy and kindness are urgently needed today more than ever, especially now during the pandemic, as if we want to build a more sustainable and equitable world. In truth, the world is clamoring for more purpose-driven leadership and more socially conscious businesses focused on empowering and advancing others. Thank you.
Absolutely, Christine. And that is so much in line with my own personal values that I put into my organization, love and respect, right? When a leader leads with love and respect, that's where transformation really happens. You know, when you build the people up instead of, you know, them just following you all the time, you inspire people to lead and create more good. This is where I would like Thomas to also share. Because how did you get to where it is that you are doing right now?
Mine is a little bit more boring, that I did not really plan to do where I have. I am a victim of unplanned consequences. I left school at a very early age and started working. And one day in my work, I realized there were a lot of some unfair practices. And one of the things that got me very upset was somebody lost his job and was sacked, and my union leader didn't fight for him. So I thought, this is terrible. It's better that I represent him than he represent me. So I got myself involved in the union movement. And then one of the things that struck me most was that leadership is that there are some of those managers, very decent guys, who will do the right thing because it's the right thing to be done, even if it's. The others will do anything for the purpose of getting a promotion, including destroying lives. So we try to get it up. And also I found that the guys who will try to get promoted at all costs does not necessarily become happy when they get the position. Okay. And that's something. So I try to talk very strongly about social responsibility. So I remember my first early collective agreements with my employers. I have clauses there, all change must be made in a socially responsible manner. That was in the 80s.